Hi there. Welcome to Apple World Consistently. We get new powerhouses that spring up all of a sudden that fans find a loving too. As of late, the majority of you would know Bobbi's intense attitude has been called America's response to Amelia de Moldenberg. She does odd, awkward, and incapacitating meetings with rappers for her web recording, the Great Digital Broadcast, and she has a sizable following via web-based entertainment. It is fascinating that she showed up out of the blue, and one of her initially digital broadcasts was a Drake interview. The clasps of their web recording went off the deep end viral, and everything appeared to be working out positively until she erased their episode and the pair unfollowed each other from online entertainment. Yet what was the justification for doing so? Make a point to stay close by till the end for all relevant information. How could a big-name questioner decide to eliminate a meeting with perhaps one of the most notable individuals on the planet? Fans have a few hypotheses. One of which is that Bobbi and Drake are, as of now, not friendly. 26-year-old podcaster and YouTuber Bobbi Althoff rose to fame on TikTok. He's hitched to Bobbi Althoff, a tech chief occasion maker, and they have 2 kids together. It is accepted that they dwell in California as a mother fluent on TikTok. Bobbi at first rose to unmistakable quality while expecting her most memorable kid. She has 2 little girls whom she alludes to on her program as Richard and Cement, and she much of the time shares nurturing counsel on TikTok, where she has amassed a following of now north of 6 million. Bobbi initially rose to popularity by delivering a TikTok video of her hitting the dance floor with a banana, which demonstrates that the web never stops astounding us. Multiple million individuals watched it. She then started offering exhortations for unseasoned parents and discussing her encounters, bringing Richard up in substantial. It quickly turned out to be, to a greater extent, a character-driven account, and a significant number of her supporters started to like her unconventional funny bone. She additionally said in February of this current year that she had previously recorded the primary episode of her digital broadcast powerhouses aren't progressively shooting their meetings and posting them on YouTube, regardless of the way that podcasters sound-based media, they may all the while develop their crowds across all diverts in this manner. Subsequently, Bobbi was capable to quickly store up a great program of visitors and easily convert a considerable lot of her TikTok fans to her dig. In a recording and YouTube channel, she has spoken with individuals like Imprint, 3D Shape, and Tyga. And Lil Yachty, the Joe Rogan Experience, the undisputed ruler of the class, is as of now in front of the Great Webcast at number 2 in the web recording rankings, which is crazy the way in which quick it has developed considering she begun only a couple of months back. Normally fans went wild when news spread that Bobbi had figured out how to get Drake on her show. She had the option to keep the meeting in Drake's bed while he tasted a martini. Regardless of the way that the program scarcely debuted in February, it was clear from a couple of review scraps that this was a conversation that individuals would need to trail behind Deming the Grammy champ and inquiring as to whether he was down for coming on the show. So something Amelia de Moldenberg had attempted herself various times. He obliged for those of you that might not have seen the web recording between the pair. Furthermore, can't help thinking, gee, about why it went so popular. Look at a portion of these abnormal clasps, mayor-type music. I do it. Thank you. Like, better believe it, you do it, asked a Mario-type, and you said I'd do it. It's not entertaining African Canadians. What do you mean by each Canadian? Or what is their legacy affiliation? It was a gift from my companion. What's their name? Ashley. That clip alone has over 38 million views. You can see why it initially went to such an extreme, as it's abnormal yet watchable due to the humor engaged with the digital recording. Fans adored it with many posts. For example, I never loved Drake more than I do after watching this. Drake was so personal. This web recording I was passing on the entire time. Several has been blamed for being a tease by a larger number of people via virtual entertainment, and keeping in mind that the underlying video had a great many perspectives, it has since been brought down. Furthermore, the 2 of them unfollowed each other on Instagram, which has an undeniable inclination. Break hasn't put out any conventional announcements on their revealed debate. However, Bobbi has since shown up on the U.S. YouTube channel BFs and discussed the occasion. He expressed he's truly sort of abnormal. However, me as one more abnormal individual, it's like I strolled into his home and he didn't express greetings to me, so I went to the restroom and emerged and he's simply staying there with his 2 collaborators and isn't in any event. Recognizing that I'm in the room, then I'm sitting there on my telephone and he comes up and says gracious greetings, and afterward returns to his telephone and I resembled. Buddy, I would try and prefer not to do this, and my companion expressed incline toward it and call it out in the meeting. So then, at that point during the meeting, I had the option to be like, for what reason did you do? That she went on by saying that she didn't actually have a social procedure with the digital recording, and that Drake and his group picked the social mystery video for Instagram. You might perceive how abnormal the meeting was, assuming you had the option to find any of the accessibly e-meeting film. Before we go further into the video, do you feel this whole circumstance is an exposure stunt, or accomplished something occur in the background that prompted the week of their relationship remark underneath when gotten some information about how she even figured out how to get Drake? On her digital recording, Bobbi expressed that I chose to let it all out and shoot my shot. I DM'd Drake and inquired as to whether he needed to be on my digital broadcast, and he said okay. He sent me his visiting timetable, and I realized that I expected to get it going quick. So my companion and I traveled to Memphis 2 days after the first DM was shipped off record the episode. Clearly something occurred after the video was delivered, yet what's more astounding is the truth that Bobbi actually has a video of herself looking fairly exhausted at a Drake show posted on her Instagram profile web. Most of fans are remarking stuff like, I'm passing on to know why she erased his digital recording and unfollowed him. She truly bumbled Drake's kinship. He welcomed her to his show, and afterwards she posts this acting exhausted. What's more awkward at his show, that is the reason he unfollowed you. It's discourteous. The abnormal white young lady job is actually a major buzzkill. Interesting. It's flinch stop it, so this is satire now. A boring white young lady that is clueless and is totally bereft of FAA character. Clearly she's been getting a great deal of reaction since the entire unfollowing occurrence, and it was to an edge she connected with Drake by BFF, have Dave Portnoy, which, considering she's hitched, wouldn't go down well. We at long last have an update about the Bobbi Althoff and Drake digital broadcast circumstance from Bobbi herself. She broke to Instagram and said, I would have rather not done this web recording in any case, and presently such a lot of pessimism is coming from it. I'll let it be after this. However, this is the uncensored DM among Dave and I, where Dave said that his sweetheart thinks she attached with Drake and afterward got separated from. She then, at that point, answers saying that is false. It's difficult to tell regardless of whether she's actually playing the person as the reality she